Good sir. Let me appreciate your time. I know you're a busy man. Sent you a little text yesterday. I'm assuming you're aware of the camera up around the corner?
No. Wait, where?
Okay. So, I took a little stroll up here yesterday. I drew a little hello in the little ledge here. Now, it's one of them ones where I did a lot of research a long time ago. Basically a news camera.
Oh, shit. That...
Come over here. Just take a little peek to your right. Just past the first arch.
Yeah. In between, right on the dome there, right?
Yeah. So I put a little sign on there. Yes, I see a text. Yeah, well, it's going to happen. People know you're up here. And some people say, places like this, they need to be hidden. I'm for that. But having an opportunity like this, well, I mean, I don't need to tell you, but the Grey Man Initiative, it's a strategic ploy and it works wonders. Hide it in plain sight. Now, Doctor, have we got a place inside? Because I'm freezing my tits off out here.
Yeah.
I see. Always keep your training, sir. Like that, sir.
That's right. Yeah, I'm of the same mindset. It's why I do most of my work up on the roof. See, if you run scared, you want to... If you run scared, your enemies think you're scared and they act appropriately. If you're open in plain sight, well...
100%. Now, sir, take a little seat. I'm going to pass you over something, all right? Mm-hmm. You're going to either go two ways with it. You're either going to shoot me or you're going to put me away. Or you're going to be amazed, okay?
Okay. I'm ready for it. Oh, God.
So, it's a file. First of all, I don't need you to flick straight through it. Just go to the first page.
Wait, open the folder up.
A firm. So, first page. I'm a field operative. That's my name up there. It's my code name. I'm passing this over to you to use as you will. Now, there is 6 pieces of intel on this. I was in like mid to late 2023. I worked in a PD tow. I'm a curious cat director. I get my fingers in pies all the time. Sometimes I get my fingers burnt, but I don't care. I'm used to the pain. Now, 2023. I don't even remember. There was Russian aircraft going around everywhere. It was almost the norm. It was very odd. Okay. But a lot of them come from the docks. There's a big Russian kind of thing down there. So I went down there. Okay. I come across a plan in the Jetsam area of the docks. Huge map of the city. Okay. That's the first one. Now, the second one, which I've highlighted there, 2023, the Sangwon War. I don't need to tell you all about that. You know about that. So that's what I put on there. The third one, 2024, is a blueprint. A blueprint that I found in Human Labs. Right. I'd like to just to flip over the page.
Oh, my God.
Now, what you should see on there is the cellular towers. This is very old. This is analog. So I found this down there. And as you can see on the right hand side, there's actually 5 cell towers, but there's 4 initial ones with the Zancudo radar. Now, I discovered that, well, I went there to each place and they was all broken into. So what it was, they've got a fuse. It's old analog. It's nothing digital. This is analog. So what I can make out from what the to-do list was, they broke the fuse. They jacked into the system, put the fuse back on. When they jacked into it, I'm going to assume because there was crimping, it was some weird stuff happening there. Looking at what it says in there, they got to mesh it to the next tower within 10 minutes. Do you understand when I say mesh?
I'm assuming you mean like a cellular like mesh network. Is that what
correct? Yes, that's what I mean. So they did cell 1, cell 2, cell 3, cell 4. So I'm assuming they had like 4 teams of 2, because someone's got to hold the breaker, right? Someone's got to jack in. So once they've done that, I followed the cell 5, which was the radar. At the time when I was looking, okay, it was kind of heavily used, Zanku. There was a lot of people there. I had to kind of, director, I'm a stuntman, all right? I know how to apply makeup. I know the grey man initiative. I know how to blend in. So I knew a fella who knows a fella who walks a fella's dog. He got me in. We had a little look at the radar systems. The radar system is normal. It spins around 360 degrees all the time, all right? The thing is, at that particular point in that time, for half an hour, it was facing southeast. For half an hour. It stayed still, then it carried on. So, keep all this in mind. So, somewhere, someone was stealing data. This is what I'm going from there. And they were sending it southeast. Now, do you remember what was southeast? There's a big island, wasn't there?
Yes. Right.
Okay. So if you flick over to the next page, I'm not going to take you through this because I know you was there. So the next couple of pages, a TLDR of the Sangwine Island. A little bit about it. Did you know it was a plantation, a nutrient-rich soil? A long time ago.
Oh yeah. Vegetables like bananas, like berries, and at some level, and then in the midst of that, it was, for cocaine.
Cocaine. They can grow anything over there. Wheat was a big one in the northern hemisphere as well. The fishing around it was insane. The fishing routes, and I've heard stories of the fishermen over there, just abundant, absolutely abundant. Dead now, apparently. So I'm going to let you flick through this. So get through to that until you see a big blueprint on that.
Oh my God, this is a photo of us.
Yeah, there was newspapers back then. They were heavily lent towards, well, putting you guys down. It was it was a whole thing.
Moose knuckles. Holy fuck! News. I never see. I didn't actually know.
This is all public
this
knowledge.
was fucking Moose Knuckles. See, I didn't really know him back then, and I'm noticing the email at the bottom.
So you would know better than me. Bearing in mind, director, what I've put in here is what I've gathered. I'm not privy to everything, which is going to become evident in a little while. Now,
Conan Clarkson.
tell me when you're on the looking at a blueprint, because this
I'm on that.
Gets odd. So the blueprint.
Oh, this is so sick.
On the left-hand side, this is all from Humane Labs. I did a little job down there. I went down there. Stop me nosing. Took this and the other. Now, Project Clon. Clon in German is cloning. Okay? It says on there, it's heavily redacted. Humane Labs Project Clon departure Sangwine Island will be utilized for release of phase 3 clone assets. The secure and uninhibited vegetation is prime land for the study of this final phase of Project Clon. Right. Immediately people are going to think, oh my God, human cloning. I don't think it's human cloning. I think this is seed or plantation cloning. Because clone, it relates to, oh my God, it's like taking DNA and altering it. Genealogy down there. So I believe this is all something to do with growing the perfect plant down there. Do something. Right inside, okay, which is crazy. The right inside, Sangwine sleeper agents, okay? This could be bollocks. I don't know. This is what I got down there. There's numbers. So you was there, you lived it, you went through it. I can only go by what I've heard, the archives, this and the other. There was drone, there's like numbers, and used to deactivate a drone. Didn't know what they meant. I didn't have a clue. But Veronica Mars, She's still alive. And during the first person to talk to me when I walked up the stairs of MRPD a long time ago, Veronica Mars, she literally waffled on for a good half hour to an hour telling me about how she was used, this, that, and the other. I believe she's a sleeper agent.
What the fuck?
How many sleeper agents? I do not know. I mean, what do the numbers mean? That's the thing. So look, that's what I got on there. Now, next page, director. I won't make this too long.
No.
Now,
Take your time. I'm very keenly interested.
Oh, good. Well, so the next page after that, you're going to be very privy with all this. The faceless. So this is what I gathered. I don't know too much. I've only gone through the MBDT and what I've heard, this and the other. Now, I've spent a lot of time in the army. I know what I know. Private military contractors, or are they fanatics? Now, they're heavy users of buzzard attack helis, okay? From what I can gather, you can probably fill in a lot more gaps in this. Their primary motivation is chaos. Secondary motivation is money. I'm going to assume, because you'll see it in a moment, which was on the right-hand side, they like causing a lot of shit. Like many PMCs, they've got big egos. The hubris is huge, okay? I can only, this is all going somewhere, director, okay? I'm not leaving you astray.
Yeah.
They like the power.
Okay.
And they like the theatrics. So regarding the posters on the very right-hand side, okay, a fella dressed up in a suit wearing a blue mask. That was the very, very first ones. I used to see them about behind Senior Buns. I used to take pictures of them, send them to Dark. I used to go, yeah, and that was it. I didn't hear nothing of it. So I've got a couple of questions on there. Follow the money, find the blue man. Does the money go above the blue man?
Charlie, so a little bit of context. Well, actually, you know what? I'll save that till afterwards. Keep going. Yep.
So Charlie's been spotted. He's all over the place. Where does his name come from? That's the thing I don't know. This bit relates to the Sangwine part. City has been a primary target. I can't find any reported activities in the north. Why? I believe it's because it's an arable farmlands, the fertile soil, same as what was on Sangwine Island. Is it to do with any of the mayors? What are they stopping from going up there? Was the Faceless an earlier version involved with the Sangwine War? Director, the attacks on this city, what's happening, they're just mirroring what's happened the last time. Now, on the right-hand side, actual Faceless, shadow leaders, government agency, corporation, actual military. By this time, I was going deep with this. I could be wrong, I could be right, I don't know. But I believe that this blue man is literally a plausible, deniable figurehead for the ones that actually run it all.
I would agree with that, yeah.
Who knows? Is he being blackmailed? Is he a criminal genius? Is he, I don't know, is he a human clone?
I will, a couple things that I think will be helpful here is the Faceless work on behest of Nest. Nest is one of a handful of companies or directly investors of which this state and the government and the individuals therein owe a massive debt to. A debt payment after the Sanguine War. Actually unfortunate. After the Sanguine War, I was brought into a panel of some of the most unfortunate members of high command that I have had the displeasure of working with, whom, whilst these Sanguinians were in prison, whilst the commissioner was murdered, whilst many of our own were murdered as a part of the war. In this panel, I was asked whether or not I had probable cause for going to war in Sanguine, which does not even pass any, like what I, it was a very confusing situation. In other words, they refused to, I mean, it was straight treason. if I'm going to be honest, as we're law enforcement. The Senate is above us, right? They're the ones that approve the war, etc. But after having heard such unpatriotic bullshit, I resigned.
That means a lot hearing that, you know?
Yeah.
You don't hear that a lot. You don't see that kind of conviction from a leader such as yourself. So
some of these individuals tried to claim that I was avoiding accountability, but I don't think they understood what accountability meant.
No.
I took it upon myself. It was no longer something I believed in, and it was a hard decision. I'd been law enforcement for years and years and years, and unfortunately, to me, if anything, that was a indicator that they were in it for their own personal gains, because at the end of the day, I was gone, right? They wanted that that satisfaction.
Sure.
There was a lot of individuals in that panel that had sympathy for the Sanguinians, despite everything that they had done, all the lives that had lost. It was one of the most unfortunate cases I've ever dealt with. And what happened in the next series of months is the city slowly turned to shit. Effectively, it resulted in the entire government collapsing. Right? I mean, a government run by criminals who are at each other's throats is never going to bode well for anyone. Law enforcement went full damn corrupt, and pretty much the island went, everyone evacuated, right? There's nothing left. And over the next many years, San Andreas was pretty much devoid of much life, much activity. And that's when a series of investors looked at this location, looked at the handful of inhabitants left, and they started pumping money into its redevelopment. Some of that redevelopment plan you'll see in like Legion Square. That entire park was recreated. Some of the buildings surrounding Legion Square, the new Mission Row PD, the new City Hall. These things that sort of lined up, sort of like almost like they took a page right out of like Dubai's handbook, right? You build the towers, you build the facades, and people will the optics, yes. And they put in place a series of individuals to help re-stimulate the economy, right? People overseeing tow, individuals overseeing this and that. In fact, it's very interesting that 3 captains were put in charge, but who they responded to and where their orders came from. Sure, they may have names, but where did those orders come from? Right? Now, what many seemingly have either forgotten or choose to ignore is that after our after the mass migration back to San Andreas, with these new opportunities, we inherently became indebted. Take a look at your passport. Try hopping on the plane and leaving for too long of a time. Very few are allowed to. And those that disappear for too long, they're forgotten. They're gone. And you have to ask yourself why. It's by design. Because every dime, every tax dollar, everything produced, it's not coming back into this economy. The whole mass inflation problem, it's by design. Why is there only, a handful of houses? Why did housing development stop? Now, the reason I point all these things is these investors have enslaved us at a high level. What we believe is that part of their, and the investors, keep in mind, we don't know too much about them outside of, we believe them to be not necessarily, think of a boardroom, right? You could have 10 investors there. Not everyone may think the same. Each one has a different hand in a different area of of interest. Some may be in the medical space. Some may actually be some, such as Nest, right? They have a hand in the direct hand in the ownership of not just City Hall, the fucking building. That reconstruction that took place after the bombing that Silas had.
Yeah.
Nest came in, put it all together. That didn't come out of our dime. Why? Well, now they own it, right?
That
Who stopped it?
coincides. Exactly. This coincides with what I think what's going to happen. I think everything kind of lines up with what you just said. Take a look.
I'm going to say something that's going to scare the shit out of you. And I don't want you to take this any more than, look, the people that are now in power, give me 1 sec. Hey.
Sure.
Hey, I need a brief statement from you because I'm going to bench trial. The
Yes.
courthouse shooting.
Give me a second. It's going to be like 3 sentences.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I need. Just what you saw. The one that I shot down in the driveway is going to bench. And because you were right there with me as we were doing it, I just need your statement to cooperate.
What's
Thank
your incident number? Okay. Give me 5 minutes. I'll be there.
It's the incident in courthouse shooting.
Easy. All right. Done. All right.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye. Give me just 2 minutes. I'll let you kind of chew on what I said. I just got to put a statement in for something.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Ready when you are. So, where was I?
We was on the same kind of page talking about Nest and other such.
Right.
Subsidiaries kind of like controlling everything.
And keep in mind, a lot of this is still, it's a mix of what we know versus what we speculate with various
100%.
levels of Nest. We can confirm works alongside the Faceless. In fact, the Liquid Library and the Epsilon building, they were both delivered to those parties via Nest, via the Faceless. In fact, there is a lot of material that we have in our possession, confidential files that link both of them.
Really? Okay.
But it's not just
so confirmed.
Confirmed, absolutely. Now, there's also others. Wolf International.
Yes, they're the ones I've seen. Yes.
Yeah.
Wasn't quite sure on them.
In fact, you'll see there the buildings around Legion Square. They are. You'll see their office is still mid being built there.
Really? What about Cyprus, the flats down there, which got demolished? Then all of a sudden, they're starting to... See, again, it could be a rabbit hole I'm going down. Sorry to cut you off, Director, but I look at somewhere down there, big potential, big workforce down there, very ground level, street level kind of people down there, salt of the earth type of people. They go down there, they work in factories, they go back home, they do their job, they get on. Kind of like worker ants. Now, they've wiped off a lot of things down there, a lot of warehouses, a lot of kind of small factories. And they've built this thing up down there, and the work has just stopped. And it kind of goes hand in hand what you just said. Nest or whoever, actual faces in the book that I've done, they're building these things, then they're stopping it, which kind of coincides with what I'm getting at on this. To me, it's painting a huge picture. I mean, I'm sure what I've done in here, you and your people are all over.
I mean, some of this is this visualizes a lot of it quite well. In fact, what this Faceless graph is quite accurate, I would say. But the big thing that I want you to kind of chew on is above the Faceless or beside it is Nest. And above that is the investors, of which Nest either is a part of or is a controlling asset of one or more of them. And then you could imagine a different flow chart of some other subset of investors for Wolf International. Sure. And then another for, get ready for it, the Epsilon Group, which is not to be confused with New Epsilon or whatever the new iteration is.
They're totally separate. Correct.
And so there's now what's quite interesting is, and further, there's not just Mr. Blue. There is a red. There is a green. There is a black. There is a white. Blue is just the one that is at the forefront. He's
the ringmaster.
The ringmaster, yes. But his peers, it's unknown whether they themselves may be investors. Like, so we have a theory that the one with the white mask is a investor, and these are his people. And Nest is his investment group. But coinciding with other investors, which Darkstone may work for, right?
So, before we get ahead of ourselves, so what I've done here, I've done gangs, which, because to me, the Faceless, okay, so there's Faceless, we'll get onto the Darkstone, we'll get into the Archivist next. Faceless, to me, are the ones that kind of bring the chaos. These are all got their own chess piece on the board. So, the gangs I put on there because gangs are gangs. We all know what it is. I've seen it firsthand. I've been shot firsthand. They want the money and power. They want access to weapons, access to drugs. It's all about one word: hubris. All gangs are the biggest egos around. The business fronts, which kind of coincides with what you just said, they can get all the business red tape removed. They can get access to certain products. This is what I've kind of established, which kind of you touched on and kind of hitting it. But the things that I'm interested in, the civilians, the locals, the reason we need to eradicate the threats and protect, because the collateral damage director, it is, I've been up and down Carson, okay? I used to get my hair done by Shaniqua. She used to give me cornrows. It was hurt and it looked ridiculous because I'm white. It just looked ridiculous. But I went for it anyway because I enjoy going down there. Lovely community. Remind me of back home, okay? They've all been shutting down. They've been shut down because of the collateral damage, the bullets flying through the windows. She was telling me, her and her dad, when they was younger, used to have barbecues out front. Everyone used to turn up. No one's doing that no more. The place is changing. Even my little time here is changing. Property prices are rising, but they've been bought up by the developers, which exactly what you said. It's horrible. Right. If I get you just to turn the page, sir.
Yep. Absolutely.
Right. Darkstone.
This is so sick.
Now, I've seen these in action. These are proper PMCs. Now, they was a contractor under Turner. Is that correct?
That is, so I'll tell you as much as I'm aware.
Sure.
So, man, this is actually, we have been given a false sense of control. And I believe that those who make these decisions, these investors, know full well. What is a false sense of control? We are all puppets, yes. Where we have been given the gift of, we are the fools given the gift of democracy in a city that is filled with those, God damn it. Unknown number. Night.
Hey, Mr. Knight, this is Nora.
Hey, how are you doing, Nora?
Good. I was just calling because we have a couple of things. We wanted to reach out for a comment about a raid that happened yesterday, and there's also something that I think it would be interesting for us to share with you. I don't know if you're gonna have any time, some moment today. Or,
I can say that I cannot really discuss an active investigation like that. It's just, it would be wrong for me to do so. However, any rumors of what may or may not be taking place would be something I can speak to once we hit a particular stage. You know what I mean? So it's a little too early to discuss. I mean, I'm sure half the city has an idea as to what may have happened. But I can say that I'll make these statements. I'll make the following statement for the time being. There are a lot of SASM has been working tirelessly for the last couple of weeks, and some of the fruit of our labor is starting to blossom and bloom. And I will be more prepared to comment on some of the details in the next week or so. Yeah. But and I kind of give you like a more direct answer, right? Yeah, there are things happening, but it's so much effort left to do before I can even conclude what it is that we did, because I have an idea what has happened, but not the full story just yet, because it's it's not one person getting fucked, it's a lot of folks, a lot of responsible folks.
Understandable.
Hell yeah.
I also have a couple of images that I would like to share with you.
Oh. Okay.
I don't know if it's better if we meet sometime later, or if I just share them with you, and then if you have questions, you can let us know.
Yeah, that is probably best because, you know, we are so busy right now that every minute counts. In fact, it was so crazy. I'll say my day yesterday was so crazy. I think I was around for 16 hours and I had to sleep in.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I've been exhausted.
Understandable.
And it's not just me. It's like everybody, you know?
Yeah. Just if you let me know your ID, I will share them with you on a document.
Sure. It's going to be 1130.
1130.
That is
Okay.
correct.
Just let me check and I'll send them to you in a couple of minutes.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All right. Have a good one, Mr. Knight.
You too. Take care.
Bye.
All right. Mr. Kingsman, go right ahead.
So, yeah, I'll be real quick because I know I'll probably take up too much
No,
of your
no, no.
time,
Please
but
take your time. This is good. I'm getting my coffee in and I'm getting my bearings straight at the same time.
Good. And you were helping me, and I do appreciate you opening me up. Give me this information as well. So, Darkstone, heavy usage of usual choppers, APCs, modern equipment. Okay. Are they money motivated? Of course they are. They're a private military company. They move very organized. So they're there to go against the faceless, creating a war for profit. So what I've gathered, Darkstone Assets, we've got Delta One. He always contacts everyone over the open, and I'll repeat that, open cellular network to show his good faith. Okay. Open, so everyone sees it. I know there was a op using Petrov. Who was that?
Sorry, excuse me.
No, you're right. Undercover, Lancer 3. Because I read the reports and all this sort of stuff on the Class 2 firearms. Where's Petrov now? I don't know. You don't need to tell me because I know what UC work is.
Yeah.
Okay. They were selling weapons. I also was on the op over at Zancudo, transporting the HVT Marcus Blackwood, DS Financial. And I've heard rumours about an elite tier 1 operative, best of the best, Hammer 9. I've heard that fella is proper fucking mustard. So that's my take on what I know on Darkstone.
I can tell you that Darkstone, we have a level of trust with them, but not a full level of trust with them. At the end of the day, they are a PMC. They have their own motivators. They have their own financiers. Those individuals are going to have their own needs and desires.
Sure. Do you know where their HQ is?
Negative. We know it's not in San Andreas.
100%, because they pop up on ATC. They just pop up when they let us know. Archivists. So that's up there. What is an archivist? Well, it's a professional who does appraisals, collects stuff, organizes, preserves, provides records for long-term historical value. Data. Okay. Appear to be very cyber savvy, hacker-like swats, depicted a code flow routing. Okay. A heavy use of Twitter. It seems, I seem to remember one yourself, correct me if I'm wrong, your account got hacked. Okay. They targeted Junior Huntley. Why did they do that? They're pushing boundaries with hacking accounts. So I think they had something to do, or there was an early form of them going back to my very first page, my 2023 cellular heist. You know, with the cell towers?
Yes.
So I'm sure that you've noticed the 5G go up around the city.
Oh, yeah.
It's no coincidence that I've discovered that from 23. Now it's kind of going up again. Obviously, it's not so much analog anymore. It's fiber. It's going in. They don't give a shit about money. Why would they? Data is their thing. And also, Predridge Farm. Why didn't that go through? Why did Junior jump on the bandwagon, sell it all? And all of a sudden, he's been hassled. It's to do with the land and grapeseed director. It's to do with what they want to grow in there. It's all fucking connected. Next page. Final page, director. Again, this is my prediction of what information I have put into this. There's 5 phases that I think is going to happen. Faceless sell weapons at street level. Phase 1, equaling profit and chaos. Phase 2, Darkstone sell equipment to you to combat faceless, equals profit.
Yes.
Darkstone, faceless, Facestone. It's the same fucking firm, same HQ. They're all the same. They're all clowns in a big fucking circus. They're making all this money to fund this digital and physical invasion of this island.
I couldn't put it better myself. This is fucking nice.
Look, director, I'm not saying it's Sanguine War 2 Electric Boogaloo. No. I believe they, with the nest, everything you said, they're slowly infiltrating San Andreas. That's what it is. So the Facestone and Archivists emerge. Okay, they're collecting data on phones and tablet users. The ad people looking again. I was down Carson speaking to Shanika down there. She said to me, I won't do the accent because I just can't do it. Shiesty told me off for trying to do an accent. I won't do the accent. I said to her, I was looking at my phone and I've got adverts on my phone after we was talking about it. She said, yeah, about wigs and whatnot. I said, yeah, and makeup. They're listing. And it's swaying the populace. And it's swaying the sales of food and property to do with Ness, to do with Wolf. Now, the arable farmland up in Grapeseed, it's available for production at a low cost, high profit clone food, or more for a better word, biologically enhanced food. Or something else they want to grow in it. So, phase 4, Facestone now own majority of buildings of farmland across the island of Sanguine Los Santos. The civilians, locals, you and I, exactly what you said, Director, we're now residents of the island of Facestone. Legislation is put into place deeming the Facestone Island to be a sovereign nation. Those not willing to abide by Facestone will be shipped off to Sanguine to fend for ourselves. Director, it's all linked. It's all happening in front of us. What is Facestone begin phase 5.0? No one knows. No one knows at all. But this is what I've come up with. And I've been putting this together for years. And I've been desperate to put it together to show you because I'm seeing it. I'm feeling it. I'm seeing the bullets fly. I'm seeing what's happening. People are already moving. Grapeseed's a ghost town. Grapeseed was heaving with farmers markets. The spuds you can get up there, the huge pumpkins. It was insane. Nothing up there now. Nothing at all.
Oh no,
it's gone. And I feel absolutely helpless. I really do.
So, I want to start by saying, obviously, there is going to be a lot here, which is, I think these are good, theories. I don't necessarily think that everything that you said is accurate, but I would say the majority of the theme that you're outlining, I'm completely in agreement with. Quite specifically, the farm, for example, I don't know if I'd agree with that necessarily.
It's a reach.
It's a bit of a reach. However, God damn it.
Doesn't it all make sense? Doesn't it all just kind of line up?
Anonymous ping outside.
Oh.
Ready to check? Just got an anonymous ping outside. Unknown what it is. It's going to be right outside the observatory. It's a book.
Pick it up. I got you 6.
All right, I'm going to be Ocean King. Is Ruth still on duty?
Tonight?
The wing and the eye just dropped a gift.
Oh.
No tracks.
heard from him in a while.
We need to go inside.
Okay.
I think they were listening.
Good. Good.
No, not them, but I'm going to show you something, and this is for your eyes only.
The Oracle.
They've been assisting us. And I find it quite strange. It's like they were fucking listening.
Of course they're listening.
It's the fucking look at the text. This is exactly what we were just talking about. But it's not like they fucking wrote this just now. Like this is like they heard and they're saying you're onto something. Am I wrong? Is that not how that reads?
What you're chasing isn't a single operation. It's not a shipment, not a name, not a meeting. It's a structure. And structures don't fall at once. Something large has been moving for quite a long time. Quietly, methodically. Not built to be seen, but to be revealed. When it surfaces, it won't look like chaos. It will look like inevitability. Like it was always meant to happen this way. Oh my God. You still have a window, not to stop it. That moment has passed. But to slow it. To force mistakes, to leave fingerprints where none were meant to exist. Similar to what you are doing right now, but deeper. Every delay matters now. Every interruption fractures the timeline they depend on. Whatever you think is small, whatever feels symbolic or insignificant, do it anyway. They win by momentum, win by friction. My God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kingsman, when are you going to make the move? We need a man like you. And we need to give you access to the things that we have before it's too late.
Give me a week.
Okay.
This is big.
It is. I'm going to put you onto something.
Wow.
And consider this perhaps a string I want you to start pulling on. At the Rooster's Rest in the comic book store at Eclipse Boulevard, you're going to find poles with cameras on them. CCTV cameras. But CCTV stands for closed circuit. In other words, a raw wire leading back to a central node.
Yeah.
But these have been repurposed. You'll notice at the back of these particular structures, there will be a router with antennas on it. There's about 3 at Rooster's Rest and the comic book store. There is a series of them at the Epsilon. Be very careful when you get close to there, as the faceless operate out of it as a shell.
So to reiterate, not New Epsilon, not the New Epsilon building.
No, it is the New Epsilon building. It's that is correct. It's the Epsilon, New Epsilon, whatever you want to call it, the big like castle-looking structure.
Yep.
At the top of it is an antenna. That antenna is used to transmit some of that data going back to a network called Skynode. Skynode is a network of individuals on the ground, a UAV, in addition to those closed circuits and God knows what else. That is why our jammer was blown up last week. It's why our building was bombed as we were stopping them, because they needed to take it down. Now, the reason I point you at these cameras is, and I'm going to send you a document that may be of help. What the fuck? Someone texted me help. Could y'all check your contact books? 2511. Last phone number 2591. 2511.
2511.
Hey, firm.
Hello, Corset.
Wait. Carmela is 2511?
Her number doesn't end in 2511, but it contains 2511.
Oh, a firm. I just got a random text saying help. I don't know who this is though. Okay. Okay. So, all right. It's probably, hopefully nothing. I'll
Okay. I'll go down there. I'll get eyes on.
Yeah. So we're continued that is a part of the Skynode network. In addition, you will find those cameras were once also at Fort Zancudo. We believe that the network goes transmitted to the Epsilon building and then would go to Life Invader. But since the destruction of this jammer, we believe it may be getting relayed somewhere else now, as the Life Invader computer systems have been blown up. Perhaps not just to destroy the Chronicle bot, and like I said, there's a lot here, but let's kind of skip over that a slight amount.
Yeah.
Is that I think that they also blew up the remnants of of faceless data, right? Because they knew perhaps that we knew, and they decided to destroy it.
Just to get rid of it. Okay.
And here's where it gets interesting. In the past 2 weeks, during this whole saga, we noticed that the same cameras I documented to now be at the radio tower over in Vinewood. There's like
Same model?
4 or 5 of them. Yes.
Shit. Okay.
Where it goes, we don't know.
So if it is CCTV and it's using a router, the router's going to be sending it. There must be relays. Director, is there any recon? It sounds crazy.
No.
Getting towards that island. See if there's anything off the coast.
I think that's a smart idea, and I don't know. And wait a minute. Holy fuck. Okay. Okay. Bear with me for a second, and I'm gonna get to answering that question. There's another CCTV over at the JetSam terminal, over by what they used to call the Russian docks. There might be more of these.
Coast lines, why would it not be? That's the number one place where they go.
I'm going to send you what's your state ID?
State ID is 2286. That's 2286.
This is your eyes only. This has been created by a partner. I am not been given the authority to give this to anyone. I have not asked for the permission for it. They have put a lot of trust in me to give me this. Not even the marshals have seen this yet. Both because I've been busy and we have other things. I don't want to distract them, but this may help in your effort. So don't mention this. Just consider this as like perhaps a starting point.
Hello?
Look, director,
where I go with all this is the following. I'm starting to wonder whether it is getting redirected to Liberty City.
Motherfucker.
And I just had that thought cross my mind as you asked that question, because we know something is happening at Liberty City, and when you think investors, where the fuck would they reside?
In Liberty, where's the money? Where is all the money in the world? Liberty City. Place is huge. It's like Dubai, American Dubai.
Exactly.
Jesus.
If they may feel that it's too late for that. The book said it is too late for that. Maybe it's because we had an opportunity to stop some of it but that opportunity has since passed because of the
You've got to
life,
slow it.
and they've already migrated their network to fully be offshored. And with everything being electronic, it doesn't fucking matter if we kick the wrong door in. Everything is wired, right?
And this is why I contact you different means. I stay off. I've got no digital footprint. If you look for the tweets and the twats that I've put in the city, I'll probably put 1 or 2 out. If that, in the years I've been here. I don't use it. I try not, I stay away from pings. I use, I won't get into it. I'm old school. I'm the grey man initiative. Okay.
As you should be, especially in this day and age.
Director, I've told you this once before. I want to tell you again. I'm a deniable field asset. If I get caught, I'm not divulging. I've been trained differently.
I think this is a good string for you to pull on, especially seeing as you've been able to gather so much and sort of almost independently, and that's what we desperately need.
The other thing matters is saving the barbers down in Carson, Shanika, and there, because they are the people what we do all this for. This is crazy. This is
That's
insane.
right.
But it makes sense. Everything makes sense now. I do believe we need to get.
I'm going to take this just real quick.
Okay, go.
Hey, Aldo.
Hey, I'm probably going to 42 soon, but we're gonna do some moonshine stakeouts tomorrow. We did one today. Got like 45 crates of moonshine off the streets.
Good fucking work. I'm sure you heard some of the details. Yesterday was cooked.
It seemed like chaos.
Bomb found faceless blueprint for magazines. Found NoPixel's entire gang, like warehouse stash labeled police equipment. It doesn't like it. This is perhaps the biggest raid I've ever been a part of.
And it seems like they spelled it out for y'all too.
They did. Murder weapon coming back to the prison break and the DOC murder as well. We have like 8 people in on holds right now.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, hey, I love this. You know, it's things are coming together. Y'all keep it up, and I'd love to hear. I'll be around early tomorrow, so I'd love to hear like what y'all been up to.
Yeah. Like I said, I think we got 2 more locations of distills. One of them's in like the biggest rat fuck spot I've ever seen. And we're probably going to stake those 2 out tomorrow, try to make more busts. And then once the DOJ is a little bit stable after new Chief Justice comes in, I want to sit down at a legislation meeting and show them some examples of bootlegging and push for maybe a difference between bootlegging and manufacturing. Because I sent somebody up today for 35 months for manufacturing moonshine. And I feel like catching them in the act of manufacturing should be a higher charge than just transporting and selling it to people.
Absolutely, because it shows... It needs to be a deterrent. Otherwise, if it is financially reasonable to manufacture without any kind of like pushback financially, then you just keep doing it, right?
Yep. And unfortunately, a lot of our bootlegging charges I've seen, I think, are catching them in the act of going place to place, sale to sale.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense for bootlegging, but I think catching somebody actually making the shit itself, just like drugs, needs to be like a higher tier,
100%.
And so I want to build a case of bootlegging stings and showing that people are putting in work that, hoping that it gets changed,
I love that. I love it.
Yeah. All right. Well, good luck. I'm waiting for Dakota to wake back up, and then I'm going 42. So good luck with all that.
Appreciate you.
All right.
Good work.
Have a good night.
Take care. Sorry about that, Kingsman.
10-9.
I said, sorry about that.
No, you're good. I know you're a very busy man. Look, so let's wrap this up. Let's get you back on your way. Now, I would love to take a charter plane, almost like a tourist type thing, to get out there, just to get near that island, just to get eyes on, see if it's there, see if there's, I don't know, see if there's anything else out there. I'm craving something to know.
Shit! Hey.
Hey, what's going on, Brian?
I'm doing pretty good.
Okay, how'd that shit go?
You know, I'm not sure what you're referring to, but you know, I will say that, you know, there's I think sometimes when people take out the knee pads expecting to see a blue penis,
Yeah.
they're not expecting to have the entire thing chopped off.
Okay, listen. If you need anything from me, call me from a payphone. I gotta go.
All right. You take care.
Okay, bye.
Jesus, no wonder you said you was around 16 hours yesterday.
Mm.
Well, look, I'm going to leave you to it. Keep hold of the file. Please shout to Aldo, because he's one of the ones that kind of like push me into kind of doing all this. I'll go down. I'll do what I normally do. I've been going UC off duty for a long time. I know what I'm going to do, and I'm going to get down there.
I feel
some
like
pictures.
this
Inside,
map and what you're able to produce, taking this stuff into what you're able to produce, but not to mention this was made by civilians. You seeing this with your own eyes, you may be able to, and your background, you might be able to see something that has not been seen yet.
Yeah. So I'm looking at black squares, orange squares. I'm going to assume they're probably different models.
Yeah, there's a key on the left. Wolf signs, Model 1 cameras. I don't know what Model 1 and 2 is. What the difference is. Maybe one is old and one is new. Nest signs and buildings. One thing I will say is that some of these cameras have been around for months. Like 3 months. Some fairly new. Some have come and some have gone.
Really? Okay. Leave it with me. I will do what I normally do. I will not. I know there's a roads rule. Okay, I know it's the whole thing, but I'm at a point now, especially talking to you now, I'm more fearful of my life, your life, everyone's lives, what they're doing to us, us puppets. I'm going to make you a file. I'll give it to you. I can update it. We can add things to it as and when. But I'd rather, or would you rather, an actual report?
No. Do it in whatever tooling you feel is best.
Good.
I'm not too worried about roads because these aren't the kind of things that would go to a state court. I mean, a county court, at least not. And that's a road we can always figure out down the line.
Christ, director, who do we, for all we know, the mobile data terminal could be compromised. Have we looked for Nest logos? Have we looked for the Face Stone logos on it as well?
We've been trying to keep eyes on it. Yesterday I spent some time with the cameras, but as with everything, right? City moves a million miles a moment, and there's a bomb every other day now.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's normalized. This is the whole thing. Director, it's been an absolute pleasure. Keep hold of that file, show order, use it as you will. I'll be in contact soon.
I appreciate it. You stay safe.
I'm not bad at lock picking, but I don't want to tamper with it.
I appreciate it. You stay safe. Holy shit! Bro, this motherfucker cooked. Night.
This is Margo Escargo. I'm begging you, please talk to us.
You have someone